Ready. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. How are you guys doing today?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Just had quite a few meetings today, so it was busy but not productive.
Yeah. It's one of those where you sit there and you're like, is this what is this gonna do? Like what is
Right?
happening here?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
what you sit there like, can we get to the next one? Like after this? Yeah, all right. And then you gotta
yeah.
get up and then your back hurts. And you're like, oh, I guess it was a little bit of a physical activity.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Oh, Ernie, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. Well, I had a long lunch meeting, and then there's this,
Mm.
and I think that's going to pretty much chew up the day.
Yeah. The long lunch meeting, good lawn or like okay lawn?
No, it was good. It was
Oh,
good. It was good.
that's good. Yeah, well, I gotta say, this is the first time, Josh, we've had you here on the show, and
Yeah,
it's a
man.
pleasure to have you. Ernie, it's a pleasure to see you every time, by the way. It is
Ah,
absolutely a blast. Josh, you probably are like, all right, I've listened to these guys. I'm gonna step in here a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I appreciate the invite.
I'm gonna let Josh speak. I'm gonna just like
Yeah.
watch. I'm gonna
You're
watch the
like,
meeting.
I had a long lunch meeting. I had a bunch of shit
Oh.
to do. I've done this twice, Josh. Your turn.
Yeah, he's just trying to offload the extra work, man. That's
I'm gonna
all
Yeah.
he's
take.
doing.
I'm gonna take a chair nap.
Oh, they should get a
Yeah.
glass. We'll just edit you later, so then it looks like
Yeah.
your eyes are awake. Like they did in Blade One or
Oh
Two.
yeah, they're just pasted open.
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys ever hear about that in Blade? It was like either the first one or the second one where Wesley Snipes didn't want to open his eyes on the scene, so they had to
Yeah,
spend money for VFX on it.
I do
Oh,
remember hearing that. I never paid attention to which, like, I never tried to go back and see which scene they were talking about. But
oh, it's him literally laying on a table. Like he
oh
couldn't
my
just
gosh,
open his eye. And now you look at it too, and you look at the effects of Blade, which they hold up as well as a Spawn movie. To be honest with you, you kind of sit there and you're like, oh
yeah,
no. And you can definitely tell which scene it is because it looks like something where the kindergarten, it was bring your kid to art class or something, and then the kid
oh
was
my
able to draw
gosh,
the eyes on it. But you're like, oh, that's special effects. Ooh, ooh.
yeah. That's sort of like the Henry Cavill mustache removal. It's
Oh,
like ultra obvious that his mouth is like writhing in a weird way. Like I cannot believe that made it out of
yeah.
post into a movie theater. Like
Yeah, it did, and the fact is, it made so much cool fan art. Though, to be honest with you, like the fan art that like
that it
mustache
did.
Superman was pretty good. I did appreciate that, and then like somehow somebody put a sombrero on him too. I'm like, all right, guys, hold on here, hold on.
Yeah,
It somehow
yeah.
fit, but you're like, all right. Well, Josh, I gotta ask here. Ernie told the story. Well, I think Area 51 Studios for the episode one we had him on. But how did you
Yeah.
guys meet? Let's see if the story actually works. And what's the
Oh
other side of
man,
the
yeah.
coin? And
This is like bring the guys into the separate rooms and see if the
Ooh.
stories
All
match.
right.
yeah. So I met Ernie, and he was such an asshole. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was kind of funny because we met at one of those like it was an event to connect like writers and artists together. And I was there with some friends, and they're like, "Dude, you should go to this thing and just see if you can connect with somebody." And I thought, yeah, yeah, okay, that sounds good. They had there was an event after it, which was a DC animated movie, and so I was like, all right, I'll hit this. We'll see how it goes,
Wait, and
and then I'll hit that.
it was because we love him so much. It's the Comic Creator Connection Panel. They have it every year, usually 2 days, like Friday and Saturday.
I think
From
it's
like
Thursday too. Like it was a
oh,
lot of days.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
like it was like
lot.
5 to 7, and it's billed as like speed dating between writers and artists. And it was my first one too, because I was like, I gotta find an artist. I gotta get off my ass. Like no,
Yeah,
DC's not calling, no matter that I did some movies, animated movies for them. So I want to get to the point where I can do my own ideas anyway with somebody. So why not?
Mhm.
So bam, take it away from your point of view. But
So
yeah, if
far, the
you guys,
story's matching up, though. I gotta say,
Right.
this is the old investigator in me that used to do animal crimes. I'm like, let's see how this works. So I'm triggering me like, oh, it matches, it works. All right, these guys are innocent.
if
Yeah, man.
you're yeah, if you're thinking that you want to do a Kickstarter, you should definitely go to the Comic Creator Connection panel at either San Diego or WonderCon. It is well worth your time.
Yeah, and I do know that they have launched quite a few projects. I mean,
30
it's
plus.
not like onesie twosies. They've had like 30 or 40 or something like that.
30 plus is a lot. That is,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah. So they
lot.
do actually connect. I mean, it's kind of weird though, because like when the event, it's at least when I went, it was way more artists than writers. So the writers were the ones that were moving. We were stationary as an artist, and he had like 5 minutes to present ideas and or just kind of I mean it was sort of open forum, but man, it was honestly it was exhausting, and there were just so many things coming at you. And I think Ernie ended up sitting down probably near the end, or he was like the third to the end, and I honestly there wasn't a whole lot of like of the people that I met, there weren't really a lot of great ideas that I heard. But I think when Ernie sat down, he looked at my art and was like, oh, I think this is actually something that kind of matches what I'm thinking. And when he started describing some of the stuff that he was working on, I said, oh, that actually sounds kind of interesting. But the funny thing was, he was just like, I know some DC guys, and I thought in the back of my head, I was like, sure, okay.
He ratted you, Ernie. He ratted you out.
Okay.
He ratted you out.
I saw the look on his face and I was like, oh, I sold it too much. He thinks I'm a dick now.
I came on too strong.
This just sounds like speed dating. I mean, that is the perfect comparison for this because it definitely
really
is like,
was.
so what do you do for a job? Oh, I'm an engineer. Oh, of what? Oh, I worked at NASA. And he's like, all right, well, now I don't want to be this guy.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Damn it.
So then the event wraps up. We kind of go our separate ways. I joined my friends, and then we went over to I think it was one of the big ones like Ballroom B or something like that. And so we sit down, and it's War World, and so everybody gets in there, and the guy comes out, and he's like, okay, before the show, we're gonna do the panel of people before because it's going to end pretty late. I think this was like 8:30 or something. And so, they start announcing people, and Ernie was the first one announced out as part of the writers panel for War World. And I turned to my friend, I was like, that's the guy who is in the thing. And I showed him the card. I had the card with me, and he's like, oh my God, I think he does know some DC people.
I don't think he was bullshit. I think he's telling the truth.
Yeah, he was totally right.
I wish we could have, and I think we said it when Ernie was telling this, like, I wish we could have like have footage of that moment of like the double take of looking at a card, looking on the stage. Oh. There we go. I think we're back there.
I'm like, oh, is he freezing for you too, Josh?
Yeah, he was. You just sort of wait till it stabilizes.
There we go. Yeah. You know what? Internet. Here's the thing, you two, about living in Phoenix right now. When it's 100 degrees in March, the internet, the heat waves do affect it because your internet runs slower in the summertime here. It is the weirdest thing. I don't know what it is. And so then I was hoping, I'm like, all right, well, how hot is it today? All right, we're in the 90s.
You got to check the temperatures first.
It does. Oh yeah, I've had meetings before. Like back when I worked when I was an actor doing stuff in film and a few other jobs, I'd be having meetings and like it would start glitching a little bit all of a sudden out of nowhere. And people are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Well, I pay for really good internet, but the problem is the heat does affect it here because the heat waves just like go through the internet way. It's a whole bunch of science with it too." And someone somewhere is like, "I get that," and I'm like, "Yeah, thank you, thanks so much." But yeah, I was saying like I wish you guys like I wish there would be a moment where we could have like Josh, we have it a view and you look down on a card and you look up at the stage, look down at the card again, go, huh, Damn.
It's the guy. It's the
Yeah.
guy.
This is 100%. Huh.
Yeah, yeah. And so, obviously I emailed him that night and I was like, hey, it was good to meet you. Just let me know when you want to connect. Didn't
Were
want
you
to come on too
nervous though?
strong.
Were you nervous? So I gotta ask, like after seeing that on stage presence, or do you think you were like, damn,
Oh,
how do I do
no,
this?
Jesus. Presents. I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
I no, not really, but that's probably more me. I've met a few like celebrities. I don't really get like starstruck weird. I kind of just want to leave them alone,
Mm.
more than anything. I didn't want to come off too strong.
I
So
like how
I
you
was
used the
just
C
like
word for
dropping a
Ernie though.
basic like, hey, just so let me know when your schedule's free.
Yeah. That's totally fine. I was saying celebrity Ernie. You do have a presence, Ernie, but the celebrity there. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, there it
I,
is, man.
I, I would say that if there's any place I would get known, like person comes up to me, it would be Comic-Con. That would be
Yeah.
it. There is no like walking down the street and they're like, "Are you the guy who did Batman Hush?"
Yeah.
Like, but at Comic-Con, it has
Yeah,
happened more
Yeah.
than
yeah,
once.
That is fair.
So they are delightful nerds. If you look, so the artists, I think that there were more writers, right? Because I remember being with
Oh,
like
yeah,
three
yeah.
three or four, and the
I
reason why
probably got that reversed. There's way more of one than the other.
yeah, because the artists, they don't usually move at these things. I found out because you've got a portfolio. A lot of them have portfolios, so that would just
Right.
be like
Oh,
hard to move, and like
yeah.
so they stay there, right? So I was in with a group of four people, and that's why I had the awkward line at the end. So like,
Uh,
hey, right?
Hey.
But if you look next time Josh talks and the camera is on him, behind his shoulder, he has
Oh
the
yeah.
art piece where I with Leia with her foot on a stormtrooper, and I'm like, that's it. That's kind of what I want for Area
oh,
51 Studios. Like when I saw that page, I was like, this is the guy. I must convince him, right?
yeah.
And everybody else is pitching their hearts out, and some are just like very, very new, and they don't kind of know what's going on. But there's some other people there that could that had like some good stories, right? And maybe they wrote for a program here and there. But there were much fewer artists with what I thought was like
No, you're right. I had that reversed. There were way more
professional,
writers than
yeah,
artists.
professional work. So
Yeah.
so I was like, oh man, this could be pretty good. And so that one's like a lot more detailed. We did at first start that style, and it was just like slowing the thing down.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let's make it simpler.
Hmm.
It definitely screams this can be a 2D animated project, which is a cheaper. And
Yeah.
it's a style of like Archer or Venture Brothers or something like that, where you're like, it's not too much detail because Josh does everything. Josh does all the art.
This is insane, by the way. That is
And
insane.
so, I was like, we don't want to take like 5 years to do this, right?
Yeah.
So,
It needs to be manageable.
when I kind of pitched that to him, he was just like, "Yes, good idea by you." All right.
Like, oh, you want to actually do things in a good timeline? Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
No,
Which,
it's like easier for me. I'm in.
yeah.
Well, I think it was a legitimate concern to get burned out, kind of like, oh, it's taking 9 months an issue. Like, that's way too much. And so, we're as coming up to getting number 3 nearly done. It's definitely been it was a good decision, I think,
Mhm.
Well,
to
that's why we've
kind of
got
do
number
that.
3. We're working on number 3, about to launch it in
Yep.
say 2 or 3 weeks, and it's probably been a year. So we're on issue 3 within a year, which the first year we tried for me to pitch, right? So we made
Yeah.
like a comic book proposal, and he's a graphic artist, right? He owns his own graphic arts company. And so he really knows how to do that stuff. And we also did character design, which took a little bit
Right.
before we got characters that we like both were happy with. And so it was just talking back and forth, like, are we going to do this? I don't want to get into it if you don't want to do, like, there's 4 issues. It's going to be about 100 pages. At first it was 6, and I immediately cut it down to 5. Then when I actually did a rough outline, I was like, you know what? I'm really stretching 4 and 5. I think I could compact everything into 4 issues. And of course, easier and faster is better usually.
Yeah. Oh,
If
for
you're doing
comics?
this,
Oh, yeah,
if you're doing
absolutely.
this. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
he was up for it. He was like, "Yeah, I want to get back into this." He had, small life moments like having several children.
how
Uh,
dare you, Josh?
so
How dare
he
you?
needed this thing
Yeah.
called money, where
Oh,
apparently people want money for like stuff that you
Wow.
need
Did
to
not
buy
see
for
that coming.
kids. So he got away from doing this, which is what he wants to do, and now he's got the time again. So, but it still was like, it's going to be a side project. It's going to be a side
Yeah.
project. But once we got the methodology, we're like, you know what, we can bang out 4 issues in about 2 years,
Mhm.
and and then hopefully get a trade, make it into our graphic novel. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, after that, or during the 4th issue, we're thinking about that.
I mean, it's still great timing because I mean, Ernie, you and I met on the Comic Chronicle podcast years ago, and I interviewed a few people there from Kickstarters. People would reach out, ask to come on there, and the fact is, you guys are on that issue like in a year because most of the time it is a year per book. I would see, and it'd be like, oh, once a year they would come onto the podcast, come talk, and all that. And now it's actually being able to see how much you guys have done. You put it in perspective there. I was like, oh, damn, that is true. You guys are on this fast machine that is happening here between the both of you guys. And it's definitely both. Like it's Josh, you bring it to life there. Ernie, but I mean, like Ernie, you and I have talked about it. Comics is a team. You can't just have
Right.
one or two people. I don't think it's most media in general. You have to have a team. There is no just single person there. It's not just a director on the movie set there. He needs everybody else. A writer. Clearly, as writers, very few times. How many times do you see a writer being an artist as well? It's so rare, and you guys are just knocking it out of the park with this.
Well, I also, because I kind of work on the different projects and stuff,
Mm.
I needed a lot of free time. I mean, this had to be my side project too. But the thing was, I already put in like 50% of my hours by writing a novella
Oh,
and
that's
a
right.
script.
Yeah.
And so all I have to do is write the comic, but I have the story. Now we're changing it because Josh creates like a really cool alien, and I'm like, this thing's got to have a bigger part, and he's got great one-liners. So the beautiful thing is, the book's the book and the comic is the comic, and they're different enough that I think a fan would probably want to read both.
Yeah, and we've talked about that before as well. Like this is Area 51 Studios is the series that keeps on giving, right? This is the thing where you're gonna be able to do this side project for as long as you want. You got the issues, you got that there. I mean, hell, there's not even the talk of merch yet. And I bet you that there's possibility of that happening down the line. Josh is laughing because he's like, "Yeah, I want to hang it up on my wall too. Let's get a statue."
Well, it's so funny because we've got, we've done a number of things where like, God, this has got to be a shirt. We've got to make a shirt of this thing.
The
Gotta
mouth
make it
drink
bigger.
shirt is coming. The mouth
Yes,
drink shirt
yes.
for issue 4.
Yeah,
The mouth drink shirt will be an add-on.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, finally we have it. I have it all in the back over there right now. I got all the stickers. I got everything still. I'm in the middle of a move, so that's why the camera's very isolated right here at the moment here, because otherwise if I turn, there's boxes and shit everywhere. But that's finally the mouse shirt is coming. I think it's what makes the book great too. Ernie and I have talked about it Josh, you've probably listened to it unless you're like, I don't need to
Yep.
listen to Ernie on these shows. I listen to him enough every fucking day.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, why am I
yeah.
gonna bother? But like, if these one-liners in it, the random aliens in it, the randomness of it, plus that intertwine like a DNA of a storyline is what makes it great. And that is why like you always find something you love in it too. And I think that's the beauty of it too, is like this is a story that has a seriousness to it, but then a story where it's also you can have so much fun. Just have fun. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I love about it is because right now we're in a spot where a lot of people take the comics to a huge serious level. And that's fine to have it once in a while.
Yeah.
But right now you guys are giving us something where it's sometimes it's just comedy. And I get to sit down, enjoy, and I know I'm gonna laugh most of the time. And
Right.
then also do that cool moment where I'm like, that is a cool design. I want more of that. I will take a statue of that, hire McFarlane Toys. Give me
There we
some of
go.
Dude,
this.
that would be, yeah. If we ever got a show on the air, then maybe we'd consider going after toys. But
Oh yeah.
that's a dream. That's more of a dream. I think we can get to the graphic novel and shirts.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that is definitely
Yeah,
on the what is it, dream board or whatever. Like that's
yeah.
in
Yeah, yeah.
right now.
You look like Charlie Day, and there's all of a sudden all the pins
Right?
everywhere.
Got
We're
all
just
the
like,
stuff up there
here,
and
this
stuff.
is
Yeah.
here. And this is the McFarlane's like some weird Polaroid shot of him just on there, and you're like, what's that? Oh, that's later. That's the
Yep.
toys.
Yeah.
Man, so you guys we're talking like so this is issue 3 right now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're looking at issue 3. What is going to be happening with this Kickstarter? Like, what is kind of let's give the fans a little bit to that people can look forward to for this one.
Ernie, you want to kick that off? I don't know how much you want me to say on that
Oh,
part.
that is true.
Oh, well, I guess in the overall sense, this is where the show kind of explodes.
Oh,
Uh, Galaxy wise, it becomes this huge honking hit because ZB has very underhandedly um, used a random event, which I mean, I don't know how much we want to say about that. Whatever we'll say. That somebody said this word "quep," and once somebody says it, your planet. It's a planetary test where they just put down a pedestal with no instructions, and it just has a big red button on it. And so they're going to see, like, well, are they going to press it or are they not? And it's like full gambling for the galaxy and whatever. So the thing is, everybody, one of the outcomes is it explodes your planet. Okay, so everybody's like leaving, and he decides to change the Quep landing into the set of his show.
hmm.
And so now it's these people that he were on his low-rated, decently rated, the human race at like his last shot at getting back into Galactic Hollywood. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, they're deciding the Quep, and so it becomes a big galactic hit, right? Like he's
Insane.
underhandedly like, I'm going to use the possible destruction of the Earth for ratings, and yeah, so it really amps up all the way to what's going to happen in 4. What happens, what's the decision? Press it or not press it? Are they going to be killed by the various factions on Earth or other aliens? But this one, and it's a beast of an issue. It's
Oh,
31 pages of story.
oh,
That's
So
big.
yeah,
wow.
I tried to make it less, but I couldn't. I mean, it was
Oh,
35. I got it down to 31, but
you mean to tell me,
this,
Ernie, you're giving us more story? Wait, hold
yeah,
on here. Hold
we
on.
are,
Step back here a
we
minute
are
here.
giving
Hold on.
you more story. This is going to be like well worth it because I think we're just going to keep the prices the same for the digital and stuff like
Just
that.
Yeah.
So
insane.
it's not going to be
Insane.
a 20-page book, which a lot of people do, 20s or 23s.
Yeah.
this is like 50% now with 50% more story.
Basically,
Can we put that on like a thing? Can we put that like now on 50% like an alien Billy Mays at this point? Can we do like 50% more like on the
I
promotion?
Sure.
I think
Oh,
that
here we
is
go.
going. I think that is going to be one of the social media things that
Yeah.
I do now with 50% more story.
This is and this is some
Um,
random alien and people who are like, what? What is this thing about here? That, you know what? Marketing right
Yep.
there. There you go.
Yep.
That's Quet, by the way, too, threw me for a loop. And then everyone's like, "Hey, peace, we're out of here." And everyone's like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, you've been quepped." No, what? That it just reminded me of Men in Black 2, where like all the
Yeah.
aliens are leaving. They're like, "Hey, we're out. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Sayonara. Peace, no one."
I
And,
know that's
oh,
I mean, it is that, you know, it is a piece of that. I mean, I wrote this thing. No, it wasn't before Alien. I mean, Men in Black. So I can't say that, but I wasn't thinking of it that way. I was thinking of it. Area 51 Studios is Area 51 is a secret base, but it is actually a studio lot where aliens come because Earth is such a backwater for a cheap place to shoot
yeah.
their galactic reality shows and low budget B movies and stuff like that.
This is such a
It is
cool
not a
concept.
high production place.
No, I mean, if you look
Um,
around, I don't, I kind of understand, we kind of,
It
yeah,
fits,
so so
yeah,
like
yeah. Like out of the planets here, we're kind of the Kmart. I understand.
Yeah.
if somebody and you're gonna have to get we got a new link, yay, that doesn't have to say Kickstarter or KS, which apparently has been suppressed all this time and I didn't know, so still
Oh,
learning stuff about doing Kickstarters. But our follower total is as yet pathetic. We're stuck at 36. I
what?
really want to get it up into the 60s or 70s, so please follow the project. I don't care if you buy it at this point, just follow it, man. But if you know anybody who likes sci-fi comedy in the vein of, say, Seth Rogen's The Studio, or
Yeah.
for older people, the Larry Sanders Show meets Men in Black, it's kind of a comedy, with some story, with some outrageous moments. Then this may be the project for you. So if you know anybody who likes that sort of stuff, Douglas Adams, Life, the Universe, and Everything, or Restaurant at the End of the Universe, like this is that project. So hopefully people will dig it, and yeah, we want to grow our audience, our fandom. We give away a lot of stuff too. It's like at first we
Yes.
were like, should we have stickers and extras? It's like, we're just putting it in.
Yeah.
Like we.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's true. I appreciate too the sticker with I'm drawing a blank on her name, but the fairy-esque kind of character, the fairy kind
Oh,
of looking
Hilda.
alien.
Yeah.
Hilda,
Yeah. I like how the sticker's very innocent. Because then
Not
you actually
right.
read the character, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's got a little twist. Oh, brilliant right there. The audience, I think too, and it's the nice part is we're all looking for that. I think, as I mentioned before, like everybody is looking for that new kind of comic, right? And I think now it's just like you got to get above the sea level of everybody on Kickstarter. And I didn't even know there was a suppression thing on the KKS thing. That's new. That's interesting to know there. But Kickstarter itself evolves all the time. You have that happening. It's like doing a podcast, right? When I started Comic Chronicle podcast, hell, that show lasted 7 years. It was part of studios. Like it was a rare thing. There was like 4 comic podcasts at the time. Now there's like 20 comic
Right.
shows. And like, we got
Yeah.
all the it's like, how do you
20.
say both?
There's like 100.
Yeah. I
Easy.
was being nice. That is true.
Yeah. It exploded, man. It blew up so fast.
Yes. Well, so did Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter stuff
Yeah.
too, because people were like, "Oh, I need to maybe make some money here. Maybe I can go do this," and they saw people it worked. And I think that's where it's just like you got to be unique with everything too. And I've seen them rise, I've seen them fall. So far, 51 Studios, like you guys are staying on top there. But I mean, I think the fans are pretty loyal too. Everyone I've let read my issues of books that I have, like friends of mine, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll buy it." I'm like, "I'm gonna hold you fucking to that," but I'm gonna hold you to that, buddy.
Please
There's
do.
a Disney. I
Please
just
do.
got an email about a new interview going up on here for issue 3, or so let's stay tuned here for this. So it's definitely something that's a challenge, but you guys seem to be doing well with it though, and it's like we still like the 30 followers on there too, but I think that. Ernie, I think you and I may have mentioned this. The trade paperback, whenever that happens too, I feel like all of a sudden you get that boost, right? There's book series that are almost going to be canceled. I've heard about lately, and then they get a trade out. Next thing you know, save their lives. So I think like you guys expected anything like that too, like maybe expecting a new awakening from the trade kind of thing.
I hope so. I mean, it's going to get finished no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, this will be a completed arc, regardless of whether it does stellar or not. But we really do hope that it breathes enough new life that a lot of people just get to experience it, get to see it.
Yeah.
So
Which is good that you guys are finishing it, by the way. Like that,
yeah,
there is that's what puts you up top. Because how many people are like, oh yeah, we're gonna finish this, and again, like in the beginning of the show, we talked about once a year Kickstarter, and then next thing you know, oh,
right,
6 years later, what has happened with this? I gave you $200. Well, about that.
right. Yeah, and kind of the decision we made early, and I sort of pushed on this because I had talked to a lot of people about Kickstarter, and my whole thing was like, we are not starting a campaign until it's done, because that happens a lot. You get a project that you want to put out there, everybody gets on board, you get some money, but like it's not made. It's like 10% made. You made enough to show it, but like it's not done. I wanted that if you invested, you got the thing in like a month and a half. Like it was in your hands when it was done.
Yeah.
And so we just want to keep that. I mean, that's the model I just want to keep rolling with. Where like number 3, it's nearly complete right now. And so, we've got some other stuff we've got to kind of button up and add some dialogue and kind of work some of the writing on the panels. But like when it ends, the product's done. It's going to get printed and shipped right out. And so I just like we want to keep that going. So when it's done, it's going to be done.
This may seem like go ahead, Ernie.
Oh, at the end of it, the only thing usually Josh has left to do is to put in the draw me ins.
Oh,
generally, yeah.
It seems to be something that people like to be drawn into. I mean, why? When we looked at the Kickstarter, and we didn't do this on purpose because I mean, it's a really quirky idea, and Josh liked it. So I was like, "Come on, let's do this one together." But the Kickstarters that are out there they fall into basically 3 categories. One is like shoot 'em up action, right? Could have monsters in it, could not. The other one's paranormal, your witches, your devil cults, your stuff like that. And then the third is encompassing spicy, where we didn't. Josh was like, I'm not your guy if you want to draw, get boobs in there.
You're not doing the like, 3-boobed alien, Josh. Damn it.
Well, no. Let's not be hasty. Let's not be hasty.
But I mean, it would take away from it. The fans that we do have, the couple hundred that follow it and whatever. I'm just talking about issue number 3 only has 36 followers, but the people that are into it, they like it because it's not an action per se. It's more about the world of Area 51 Studios.
Yeah.
And in the panel, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of Hollywood stuff and little snippets of dialogue that go back and forth in the background, which we think is just as important as carrying the story in the front. You'll see these minor characters that are going about their lives and doing their stuff. Guys pushing a mop gets thrown up on twice, whatever. Like we just like having these odd little characters there. And the people that like it, they like it because it's kind of not there aren't a lot of this type of book out there.
No.
That's what they tell us anyway. So we're gonna just keep chunking along and doing this and until we get to that trade, and then we might do an issue or two of Josh's idea, which I promised I'd write, and then he'll be in charge. I get final say right on the
Uh,
line or whatever in this one, and then he's going to get final say on the one that was his idea. So we,
cool.
we made that trade in the beginning, you know.
That's awesome. And I mean, that just shows like the symbiosis between you guys, which you see on page, you see it here, you see it like in the work, you see it with you guys, and that's awesome to have, and that adds to the book, and it adds to everything there too. Ernie,
Yeah.
you mentioned it, like it feels like like Seth Rogen's the studio and all that. It's which I've recently started watching. I have been stupid to not watch that show because
It's
you and I
great,
have
right?
deep dived into. Oh my God, yeah. I've watched there was a friend of mine and we were just like, they turned over and looked at me and they're like, this is what it was like when you worked at the studios, wasn't it? I'm like, a little bit. The Arizona studios, it was intense sometimes, but this is a sliver. Yeah. It really, you and I deep dived about it. I think it was the last one we had it on, or it might have been the first, but we deep dived into that. Like, this feels like the movie world. I mean, you do some stuff time to time still. I haven't, I've done time to time like a script I've gone over for people or I've looked at a couple things. So that's about it. I do it for free. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I haven't been like jobs in the industry for a couple of years now. But it just feels like that. It just because there is always something happening. Like a guy who's mentioned being vomited on who's just trying to mop. Like that poor guy. Like it just there's always something happening there on sets. And even in like animation studios, I mean even like podcast studios, there's always something going on in there too. You
Always
just
some backstage drama,
oh
and there's
my God.
a lot backstage relationship drama
Oh
too.
yeah.
Is just
Oh yeah.
always in there. But I mean,
Yeah.
and then the story meetings sometimes are hilarious. I mean, for even I'm at the outer edges, right?
Mhm.
Even with this animation thing, which they go into these big ballrooms and a couple thousand. I think for Batman Hush, it was a packed room in Ballroom 20, and it was like over 4,000 people. They were
Oh.
standing right to watch the adaptation, right? So there are fans out there for it, but like in Seth Rogen's show where they're doing Kool Aid, and he says something, but the reply from the woman was, "Are you saying that Kool-Aid Man wouldn't be with a successful black woman?" And Seth Rogen just goes, "No, no, I'm not saying that at all. Oh, no, no one is saying that, right?" And I'm like, man, I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been there, like with cartoon characters, where
Oh.
it's like, is he problematic because of this thing? And he did it in another issue, and I'm like, it's all fake, dude. What do you think?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
really do it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but we might not be able to use them. Yeah,
There,
right.
oh, there was the meeting where a similarity to that when I wrote a book about superpowered police officers, right? In a world that had superpowered people everywhere. It was the first thing, or Chicago PD was called Super PD. And when I was starting like 2018, we did a couple like, it was an online digital release thing for people for free. And then 2021 hit and I had the meeting and they're like, so would your Latina uh, Mexican American woman would she beat up Caucasian men? And I'm like,
The answer
because
to
it's
that is
2021.
yes.
You're like, yeah.
There's
I
a
mean,
test.
everyone's on the table because everyone's a criminal in Chicago, and they're like, okay, but is everybody gonna be beat up? I'm like, oh, I know where this meeting's going. Like this is, oh no, like, well, I don't know if we want to like. Let's have a discussion here. Let me grab a drink. Hold on here. Let's
Yeah,
let me
what's
sit down
the,
for.
just tell me what the right answer is, and it's
Oh yeah.
that one.
What do you want me not to do? That's the answer. That is the. What do you want me not to do here? Because I will not do it. That's fine. I have no qualms on this at all. I understand 2021. It's a difficult time. It's a difficult time. Absolutely there. Oh man, I think it's interesting time too to see. And I think with Area 51 Studios, you guys have something where no matter what, like 20 years from now, you can still be able to pick this book up and still be able to have a good time with it. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's rare. And I think because there's things where people are like, oh, this was made for that time. Oh, You know, with modern day books too, you see people are making it. Oh, it's got to match the movies. Oh, it's got to match this here. It's got to match the game. So you can be able to figure out what timeline. Even in some indie books too, I see, you know, there's people who are like, oh, this is definitely like more hate on who's in presidential seat this time, or like, oh,
Right.
there's this qualms about the news thing. Okay, I could tell what time frame really. Oh, a mass disease took over everything. Okay,
Right.
wonder where
Yeah.
this time frame was when this book got released. Yeah, and but Area 51 Studios is that thing where you could just always pick it up and enjoy it. You know, unless movies just like 100 years from now, it's just
Yeah.
all like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Ernie knows where I'm going to this. So,
If there's someone talking about Area 51 Studios 100 years from now, the world has gone to shit.
yeah,
It's done.
Have
if I,
some faith, man.
yeah, I have hope, Ernie.
Uh,
I
I
have
don't know.
hope. You never
Maybe
know.
I get everybody. If you're in Hollywood long enough, you get a little cynical. You know, you're like,
You know, fair point.
Well, dude, come on. Like, no one thought Wild Stallions were going to change the course of the universe.
oh, that's true.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
And
I'm
they
just saying. I'm just saying.
To be honest, I'm a man of science these days. I'm going in the world of astronomy. I got an Apollo shirt on for the Artemis 2 launch, currently literally happening right now.
Yeah, dude.
If they give me the they're like, hey, you want to do this? Because I've been privy to some weird scientific meetings lately, and I'm like, why am I here? So they used to say there, if they say, hey, you want some robotic parts? You want to live a little longer? It'll be me in 100 years talking about it.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
here's my
that's fine.
signed copy. These
Yeah.
guys, they're just heads now in a glass encasement. So they
Would you
couldn't be
do
on
that though, Josh and Ernie? Would you do the Futurama method? I think if I don't get a robot body, I think a head in a glass is still pretty. It's very scary world. You don't know who's gonna knock into your shelf
I
anytime.
gotta think. I gotta think. Elon, one of his sons or daughters is gonna continue the work, and we're gonna have a really good like sex doll body. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like,
I mean,
yeah,
now I know
it'll
which
be
body you're going for, Ernie. All
indestructible.
right.
That's it, man. I'm gonna be like, yeah. Edit this part out.
Yeah. You know, like, all right,
This
here,
is
like,
the
listen, which body do you want? Well, what mood am I feeling today? Like, you know, just transfer it.
Mhm.
You know, in fairness, why not? I'd rather have that than the body that takes 50 medications when I wake up in the morning, you know, and just wondering, like,
That's true.
I don't have, you guys have probably lived a healthier life than me as a zookeeper and animal crimes and inhaling so much weird gas, so much so that I sound like I smoke, but I'm the age of 29. So,
yeah. Oh, you're getting like bit by a bat or
oh, yeah.
something. You know, forget it. You're gonna turn into, I don't know, chameleon boy. It could be anything.
It turned into old man at young man stage. That was the young manitis is what it was. Because for 3 months, I mean, I'd bet this nose. I think I've talked about it on the show before. This nose is like 30% reconstructed because you can't really tell on camera. I got bit in the face one time. It had to get reconstructed. This is so off topic, but it got
Oh, wow.
reconstructed. And it's like, it was like, oh, I look like Rudolph. Like, there's pictures online. It was like all scabby and stuff. I caught a dog that was jumping out of my ambulance, my animal ambulance at the time. He was injured. I didn't want him to get more injured. I caught him. It was a beagle turn. Shiloh got my ass, turned around, bit me, and then we crashed it in the ground. Still saved him. He did all right. He went to a rescue, but I didn't want him to get more hurt. But Shiloh left a mark, and during Christmas time, and very vividly remember my dad. He had his birthday, and we are doing Christmas photos, and they're like, "You don't have to go for these Christmas photos if you don't want to." I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you look like Rudolph, son. Oh,
At least
Yeah.
they gave it to you straight, man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You should have leaned into Rudolph with the little clown nose to
Yeah.
block your actual hideous nose at the time.
I did do a good mean Pennywise impression at the time.
There you go.
That was pretty good there. But on topic, yeah, because I get off, like Ernie and I have gone off on so many different topics throughout these ones in the past, which is why I love him having on here. And Josh, welcome to the madness.
It's my pleasure, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So we should actually give a date here in the professionalism. When is the date being released for the new Kickstarter for fans?
Well, We're not quite sure of the date and day certain yet, but we do have a really, I mean, I'd say it's pretty cool. There's still mistakes in it, but a good pre-launch page.
Ooh.
So you can, it tells a little bit of the story until now. You can see some of Josh's, God, I almost called you Jar Jar. Josh's fine art. And we also have three preview pages from issue 3 already done. So yeah, Josh is doing other stuff now. But those 3 pages he just like did fully. The other ones are not fully done yet. But yeah, you can check it out. But even then, we had like in issue 2, we had preview pages, and by the final book time, he had added more background stuff, like that whole throw up thing where on the set it's how who's not in the moment now shot, and the one praying mantis actress is eating the male praying mantis's head because she they had a fight on set, and there were just like 2 people in it or something, and then there was like all these other aliens, and I was like, Josh had gotten rid of one that was like not a solid. It was basically the floating colorful mass from the original Star Trek with Zephyrin Cochrane, right?
Yeah, with the blinking.
Like, so it's in the back, and it's commenting on what's being seen, like silly solids, like just those are the things we live for, like that panel, and also kind of the panel where they're like, I think we're in this Tholian web situation, and it's like, no way, it's got to be the Gamesters of Triskelion, and like, so if you're a huge nerd, there are so many like hat tips and stuff that we put in with the names. Like everybody's named after something that I like. There's like General Kubrick and General Poe. I mean, like, you can guess those, but some of them are word scrambles of my favorite authors.
Oh, yeah. It's been a fun challenge in the book so far to figure that out, because when you first you talked to me about it and you're like, hey, keep an eye out for it. That is a game I love to play. It's like, all right, what's Ernie's interest in this one today? What Easter eggs can we find in here? And then finding what Josh's Easter eggs are too. Like, what did he want to put in there? I love it. Like, there should be a drinking game for Area 51 Studios. Is take a drink of whatever company you want to make now for this one. That's now the booze, and take a drink for every little Easter egg you find. Yeah,
you'd be dead. There's just way too many. In fact, the last passes, when I like kind of firm up the dialogue, we try and put in more jokes, and we put in Easter eggs. This is like, what, what's his name? Josh will be like, is his name anything, Ernie? And I'm like, no, let's think about what do either one of us like? It's like,
that's the best way as a writer to go about
from
it.
the Herculoids or something. It's like, I want a Gleep character in the background, or we'll use the word Gleep, or it'll be Planet Leap G, and it's like, now you got to figure it out.
I love it so much for that, and it just adds to the fun. I do have to ask this, Josh, since we have you here with this. I've always wanted to know so far with this. Is there something that you've always wanted to draw in there, like not even an Easter egg, but just a design you have in your head too, or it could be an Easter egg that you haven't put in yet, but you want to so bad? Like, what is there a fun alien design at least that you're thinking one day I'll put it in if I've got the right spot?
Well, we kind of already crossed that bridge, because originally Ernie kind of pushed for, there's a sticker that I had designed as sort of just like a fun sticker that was the Predator. And the Predator is a vastly misjudged race of bakers. And so they're not actually, like, the movie's got it all wrong. They're not hunters. They're like, they're very gentle. And so I had this sticker of the Predator, and he's just like, he's holding a fresh loaf. And so we're doing this really big panel with just a ton of aliens on it. And Ernie's like, dude, you got to get the Predator in there, man. He's got to go in. So I'm like,
it's the cover. You can
you
see
got it.
Yeah.
you can see it. You can see it
Yeah.
in the in the preview or at the pre-launch page.
Yeah.
He's on the right side. There's like 20 aliens on the cover as they come
Yeah.
down. It's the landing of
Predator.
the button, right?
Oh.
And so one of them is the Predator. He's down there. See now, Josh, I've got a different, I've got a different thing. I think that they're predators, but there are all other, parts of society. And
right. There you go.
So like not everybody, they
stomach.
can kill stuff and they can eat some of it, but some of it is kind of poisonous or nasty. They're gonna need some baked goods.
Absolutely.
So they aren't all warriors, is what I'm saying. There are there's predator florists and but the Predator was just a sticker that he had, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is going in. Like, you got to use this character.
That is the most college dorm idea I've ever heard in my life. Is the Predator. What you guys got, man, bro? The Predator.
The Predator, dude.
The Predator. Oh, bro. It's like that is immediately what I think about that one. And they're like, bro, we gotta get someone on this. Like Predator.
Does he have a little chef's toque on also? Or
man.
He's got a chef's toque and an apron. I mean, I don't know.
I bet you that right there, you're gonna see the Predator community just randomly. Like, there's gonna be like Discords. There's gonna be Reddit pages. Just be like, "Do you guys see Area 51 Studios?" And like, well, what about it, man? The Predator. What?
Yeah. It's absolute disrespect, I guess, for the.
Oh no! There's disrespect in that community. I'm a huge Xenomorph fan, so I like dabble with Predator a lot of the times too. And there's a lot of weird stuff in there. Let me tell you, there's a lot of the weirdness. Especially Xenomorph fan, but like Predator stuff, man, you should look at the figure lines that they make for these things right now. Like NECA has made any single version of the Predator. Like Predator is going to be the new thing where they bring it's Google, like they're especially the lines where they bring it back to like the 80s, 90s toy line where they're remaking those ones. They're also adding new versions of them for fun. Just like the most, again, college dorm ideas you've ever seen with them. And Predator is 100% could be. They may contact you guys like, "Hey, can we do this?" Like, can you? That is a Disney thing.
I mean, we've got in addition to Josh making up aliens, like he made up, and I think the design is great. We used them on the cover of number 2, those ones floating and on the ship and stuff, and but. We were on a Area 51. Well, I'm not going to call it conspiracy theory show. Okay. Oh. And they were showing us all the different aliens. Now we had the gray alien in there in the first one, the grays, right? In a little funny scene of, whatever probing. Yeah. Right. But it's like they probe because they're filmmakers, but they got their budget from their science foundation, and the science foundation demands data and probes. That's the only reason they freaking do it, right? And so, like they're like, "Oh my God, again with this? It's like, how much are we going to learn?" But after 70 years, how much more can we learn?
You learn a lot about diet. I think that's really what it is there. It's all about you're learning a lot about diet, even much so we don't want to know.
But in addition to making up aliens, we kind of tweak all the other popular ones that we like. I mean, we've already mentioned, just random monster from original Trek. I mean, monster, whatever, the flashing lighty thingy. And we've got other stuff but from the real alien community, we were on that show and they were showing us pictures, and we were like, we got to use these guys, right? And there's one was called the Mook.
The Mook.
Isn't that a Midwestern slang?
Josh fell in love with the Mook. So the Mooks in are the big scene at the Galactic United Nations. He's in the corner.
Yeah, man. We gotta get the Mook in there. I always thought,
I
like,
love
man, couldn't you guys have made a more detailed drawing of this?
that.
Like, supposedly all these people on Earth. Like, come on, we got all these Sasquatch drawings, but then there's like one terribly drawn Mook. I'm like,
I mean, get a police sketch artist
get
in on
some
this
kind of
thing,
sketch artist to put this thing together.
or an alien-loving artist, and get a real Mook. I mean, it's a black and white pencil drawing, right? Is that the one that looks like an ant?
It was like an ink drawing from the 1800s.
I'm looking at this thing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What the hell?
Right?
What?
Yeah.
That's everyone Google Mook alien.
So
yeah, you're gonna have like, why is Mook such a huge like term right now?
And why call it the Mook? I don't understand. You know, like at least the Greys, that makes total sense. You know, there's the Mook, but they have there's a lot of different ones. I mean, we had ones that are just like comments, like make them snake people. You know, like make them plan.
God.
And he comes up with they're like really kind of cool. So yeah. Here's to Josh.
Yeah, really.
It wouldn't happen without it.
I appreciate it.
Without me convincing him. I didn't know you were going to that panel. Thank God you went to that panel.
Right?
Yeah.
Ernie, you wouldn't believe where I was. Where? I was at a real Area 51 panel. What? Yeah. You wouldn't believe what was going on. You've heard of the Mook? What? I would, if that's got to be a one, like a midnight, 1 a.m. like text message.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie, the Mook. What?
100%.
There's a book. The guy sent us the link to the book, and it's been really like good. You know, they're like, look at all these aliens. We're going to use a bunch of them. And so we've got real aliens supposedly in there. We've got ones that Josh and I think up, and then we also got them from popular, pop culture. We got, I think we've got a Bob's Big Boy, but he's got a little antenna on, so it's like, it's not, we're not like ripping off the entire thing, but we just put him in the background. It's parody.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't that be great if all of a sudden it's like Warner Brothers released a big thing of like, no, cease and desist, man. I would put that up so fast, and then we would gain 10,000 followers in like a day.
Oh my God, yeah, because it's just
please let Disney sue us or something, like.
And then came forth Area 52 Studios,
right?
From there, and it was a great time, and nothing changed. We just still did what we did. We just changed one character.
Yep.
I mean, there's things in there. Josh picked out. We had this one Draw Me In guy. Great guy. He's a podcaster himself. He's like, yeah, I like your book. I want to get drawn in. And Josh, he comes out with this design, and I'm like, the face is the same. He's blue, but he's in like this big shell or whatever. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh yeah, this was like a delegation of fish aliens from Next Generation. So I based the design on that. And I'm like, yes, you're my guy. That's how we do it, right? Like let somebody pick that out, right? Like they weren't even in the show. They were one of the people in 10 Forward as part of a delegation on a thing, but they weren't in the main storyline.
Yeah, not at all. That's perfect.
That's perfect. Like we'll take that guy.
I love every second of that. Oh my God. Well, I do got to say, I don't want to keep you guys for too much longer here. I do want to say thank you, Josh and Ernie, for coming on here. It is a blast every time to be talking about Area 51 Studios here. And Josh, finally good to meet you too. Ernie's hyped you up for like 2 episodes here so far.
Oh, try. Hey, and so are you gonna put some links in there at the end? Because,
absolutely, yes.
So I almost forgot this, Josh, and you should be on this too. Okay, what are we gonna do the first day? First day
Uh,
that this thing launches.
well, we're gonna have a 24-hour sale.
Yes, discount,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
So if you follow the project on Kickstarter, you will get a message when it goes live. And for 24 hours, we are going to do a discount. Last time we did for 48, too long. We all the early adopters, all the people that are following the project, they get it.
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Yep.
it. They get it. And if you want to catch up on the digital, if you want to catch up on all the issues, those will be the things that are going to be like discounted. I don't know. Kickstarter is weird with the discounts. So like you can't do like
Hmm.
15% off. You have to just pick a number, but it'll be a chunk.
Yep.
It'll be like you'll notice it. Instead of $20, it'll be 15 or whatever. Like I don't know. That's another thing we still have to do. We have to put in the rewards.
It's gonna happen, but we just have to type it
It's
in.
gonna
Yeah.
happen
Yeah. But
fairly
if
soon.
if you do become a follower of the project, you will get a link for the early bird pricing. So
Oh, perfect. And that's been
definitely
so
do that if
consumer
you're
friendly.
interested.
I love that. I love that so much because you get a lot of people now. I've seen some Kickstarter pricing on there too, and I'm like, whoo, that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
No, this is that we want to be 20% under everybody else
Yeah.
because we're like we want people to take a chance on our book.
Yeah, you're like, we
So
want you to read it. Like, we want you to have a good
Yeah.
time with it. I think that's
yeah,
more important now because I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but there's been a pretty big price increase in comics this year. So it's
Yeah.
definitely good to see that. Yeah, yeah.
wow.
There's no such thing as 2.99 anymore. They're,
Oh well, yeah,
yeah,
that we knew. Yeah, but even that, I mean, Kickstarter is kind of like backing projects you like,
yes.
Right.
obviously, and I mean, we back them too. We've got now friends actually
Oh,
in the uh, comics community that kind of follow us, and it's the nicest community that out of all the different ones. Um, whether it's writing cartoons and kid shows or books,
mhm.
um, like prose books is much more like cutthroat because there is a limited opportunity. But with comics, um, you actively seek out the comics that are coming out at the same time as you, and you do cross promotions and go, hey man, I really like your book. I will put it on my list. You put mine on yours, and people seem to be a-okay with that, especially picking up digital copies. They're like, I
Oh,
do it, the
that's
same.
cool.
I'm like, I just want to read new stuff that's not like the majors are great. I read those comics also. Big fan of a lot of the superhero stuff, obviously. But the like indies, you get stuff that is so original that you're like, wow, I hope this becomes a show one day.
Yeah.
So even if it's not ours, join Kickstarter and look around because you will find some great stuff.
That's cool. That's good to know it's a community. Like you guys are all just like, hey, we're all here for the same reason. Let's band together. Let's be human. Let's support each other for this. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Because I mean, it just shows like what type of people are doing it too. Like if you're banding with other people too, it's not like you're in it for like all the money in the world. You're in it to tell a good story. You're in it to promote
Yep.
something fun. You're in it to help like put some good in the world right now, which damn we need. But it's very cool to be able to see that there. I like that. That's awesome.
You could go to like this WonderCon or Comic Con, stop at Artist Alley or a small press, and you can talk to a person that has like 30 or 50 books out, and they're just doing much better, and they will spend like a half hour with you telling you like advice and what not to do. They're so
Yep.
giving.
Yeah.
Everybody's like so giving that it's amazing.
Yeah. That's how I met one of the guys here. There's a local comic book creator here in Phoenix. He does like versions of like political cartoons, but makes it superhero-y and it tackles like certain subjects going on in the news. And he makes books out. He puts them for free, puts them in stores. They get them sold at different places now too. And he's at Comic Con every year, and he does a great job. I'm trying to blank on the name right now, but I'll put it in the description there for everybody too. Yeah, it's it's that thing where like he sits down and talks to everybody too. We met and we did a podcast. He was on the Pod Comic podcast, and we sat down at a coffee shop and we just talked. And it was like we talked about 2 3 hours afterwards about everything too. It's I think comics is still that people knock it and say, "Oh, here's they're all toxic." Not really. Like people online can be, but I think creators in it are the most friendliest community type of people you can ever get.
Very true.
Agreed. Yep.
All righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on here again. Is there anything else you want to plug real fast for anything at all? Or so go to Kickstarter. I'm going to put the links in for everybody as well there too.
Josh, I my
No, I think we plugged successfully.
if we don't if Dakota doesn't sign up, I know if you don't go up to 37, I'm going to be like Dakota didn't sign up. So I'm gonna get that.
Thank God I'm on my computer today. Oh, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I will let you know for everything for this as well too when it comes out there. Ernie, I'm gonna email you kind of an idea I have for promotions for this as well too, to help with you guys out as well too. So kind of do a double kind of promotion thing. We're gonna see how this works there. The fans, you may get one before the other for this episode, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. And again, doors open for you guys every time to come back. Josh. A blast to meet you. Ernie,
thanks,
pleasure
man.
as well.
You as well.
Well, we'll come out when it's like 2 weeks in. All right. When we're 2 weeks in the campaign, we'll come back if you can have us that soon.
Oh,
It'll
absolutely.
be like
yeah.
2 months or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing it would be if I'm in the hospital or something. That's the only time I'd say no to you, Ernie.
snake rebites your nose or something. A lizard.
You never know. Yeah, I got a busted knee from an alligator tail, Ernie. You never know. So,
man, I thought my computer just dumped. But anyway, all right. I don't want to take too much time. I think an hour is too much of us for your audience. You know?
This is another evidence that we all just need to get dinner and have beer sometime or something. There we go. When I'm in the state.
Perfect. I love it. It's a date.
All right. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll see you down in San Diego this year.
That might be a possibility. I'm still working on that one. I'm mid-move, so my mid-moving's taking a precedence for that, but we'll see.
All right.
Gotcha.
Well, great. Thanks for having us on again.
Of course.
And good luck with the pod. Hope
Thank you guys.
Get bigger and bigger, man.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Cool. Take care.
Bye.